Hi everyone, my name's Justin. I'm here to talk to you today about an experience I had with DMT and acid at the same time. I took 5 tabs of acid. I'm sorry for the video quality. I hope the wind's not in your fucking ear and shit. I hope not. But anyway, so here's what happened. It was a rainy day. It was a beautiful rainy day, and I took 5 tabs of acid, and I sat in my room. And on the come up, it was just really crazy as always. And I've tripped a lot in my life, and 5 tabs of acid was a lot, but it wasn't like overwhelming because I guess my tolerance is so high now. But yeah, anyway, because note that I've been fucking tripping like at the time I had been tripping like once a week, every week for like a month or 2, and it was not exactly healthy, but I mean there's not really any downsides. But eventually got to the point where I was like seeing tracers and shit, and I was like, I'm fucking bored. So that happened. Just the background on that. So I took the 5 tabs, and on the come up, I was just dancing in my room for an hour. I love to fucking dance. It is so fucking fun, especially when you're on acid, because like you're connecting with every part of your brain, and all these moves are coming out of fucking nowhere. So that's always fun, and it taught me how to dance. But like psychedelics taught me how to dance, practicing my mirror and shit. But anyway, I'm sidetracked right now. Anyway, so I totally okay, I don't know how to describe this shit. This is hard. So coming up, and I think I was peaking at this point, but I'm not too sure. I felt like it came on pretty strong at this point, and I was dancing in my room all sweaty and shit. I'm like, okay, I'm fucking ready to smoke DMT. And I was like peaking on the 5 tabs, and I was about to smoke DMT. This is the craziest shit I've ever done in my life, and I've been fucking skydiving before, and jumping out of a plane wasn't nearly as scary as fucking taking this hit of DMT on acid. Like, I had to force my fucking self. Like, at least I've been like, you have the safety of knowing, like, yeah, you could die during skydiving, but you have the safety of knowing that someone, and you have like a parachute and shit, like you have the safety of that. But with DMT, like, the safety you have is coming back, right? But you're launched into fuck knows what. So I was like fucking terrified at this thought, and I had to force myself to take these hits, and it was extremely difficult to force myself to do it. I had to like sit there and be like, okay, fuck this. No, I got this. And so eventually I forced myself to do it. And I think, no, I've never broken through on DMT. I've never broken through. I still haven't to this day. And I really want to. That's the thing, though. I hear that if the more you want to do it, the less farther you're going to go. And I think it's because I want to do it so fucking much that it's not going to happen. And either that, or my fucking psychedelic tolerance is way too fucking high or something like that, or I'm not mentally prepared or something. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. But anyway, so I took 2 hits. I didn't want to take a breakthrough hit or anything like that. I was basically too scared. That's the easiest way to say it. I was too scared. And I was like, fuck that on the second hit. I'm like, nope, I'm good right here. This is good. I'm good right here. And I closed my eyes, and I saw like geometric patterns of like noodles. Like, they look like, I can't describe it, oh my god, but I'll tell you how I felt. I felt like so euphoric and at peace, and I was just feeling this bliss, euphoria flood throughout my entire being, and I'm just fucking wow. And it was so beautiful what I was seeing and hearing. Like, I don't hear auditory hallucinations like most, like some people do. I just have really intense body highs, and like even on like heroic doses, I haven't had insane visuals, just like things breathing, and it doesn't really get that intense. But like I have really crazy body highs, that's for fucking sure. And I do still see stuff though. But I'm trying to say, so I felt like really fucking good, and I cried, like tears fell down my eyes. I was like, oh my God, that was so beautiful. That's so beautiful. It was so beautiful what I was seeing and what I was feeling. And every time I try to break through, there's something that tells me it's like, it's okay. You don't need to break through. And I'm like, huh? Like I really want to. I hope the wind isn't like fucking up the microphone. But like I really want to, but it's like I've gotten the message like twice now, where like this one time I fucking I took like 4 hits trying to break through, but it didn't work. But it just tells me, I just open my eyes and I'm like, it's okay. It's okay. I don't need to. Like I genuinely feel in that moment like I do not need to. After I'm like, I still kind of do, but nah. But so I was like crying at this point. I'm like, oh, it's so beautiful. And it went, like when it went away, bugs. When it went away, I was like, I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna dance. And I got up and I danced some more. And oh my God, something really strange happened. It's really hard. From my perspective, this is pretty much what seemed like what fucking happened. I guess since it's from my perspective, I guess that's all that matters. But anyway, because subjective experiences. But pretty much, I don't know if anyone's heard of like Carl Jung's 12 archetypes and how the DMT, when you go breakthrough on DMT, and you see the jester shit, it's like the cosmic circus. How Terrence McKenna would say, DMT is somehow the cosmic circus. And I mean, that's all just belief, right? But I'm at this point in my life where I've been like embodying the idea like everything is pointless, but it's not. You just have to give meaning to it, right? But like I've been pretty much playing the jester archetype is something I can most relate to out of all the archetypes, at least right now in my life, because I know everyone has parts of them inside of them, but I guess I relate most to it or something, or identify with it. I don't know. After this experience, I hella did, because holy shit. It's okay. It's like I don't meet entities or break through. It's kind of like I'm channeling them. I know that sounds really weird, and it's like, what? And it's like, I'm not even sure what I'm really doing. You know, I'm not even sure what the fuck exactly is happening, but it felt like I was channeling some sort of jester spirit when I was dancing. And all these moves were coming out of nowhere. That's pretty much what was happening. And I was just dancing. And to my music. And I recorded myself, right? But before I started recording, I was really enjoying myself, and I'm like, wow, this is amazing, and it was like happening like nothing, right? But I turned my camera on, and that's the part where it stopped being about me. It started being about how people perceived me, you know? Like, not my experience, but the shared experience of everyone watching me. So I was paying attention to the camera now instead of me. And that's kind of where it went south. That's what made everything go south. Because, God damn it. Yeah, I started dancing with the camera on, and it was going really good. I got a few songs in dancing to them, and the camera died. And since it was no longer about me, and to make it more about yourself, you have to like breathe and meditate and feel good on the inside more. But I focus more on the outside and the external circumstances and how I was feeling on the outside and how I looked and shit. I was focusing on that so much that it went south. I was like, oh my God, I started freaking out. And I want to show you, fuck it, I'll show you, it doesn't matter. I might as well. I'll show you in a minute about how I was acting, but pretty much I freaked out really fucking bad because I was like, no one can see me dancing. What the fuck? This is so amazing. I freaked my fucking self out so hard. And I really felt like those dance moves were gonna make me famous. I really felt like it because it was coming out of nowhere, and it was like I didn't know how to do this shit beforehand, and I was like, how the fuck am I doing this? And I was like, everyone needs to see. I'm gonna be famous. And a part of me has always wanted to be famous or whatever, but it doesn't really fucking matter, you know? Like, you become famous and then it's like, then what? And you got people following you around and shit, but it's still like, I guess it's still like something I wanted people to see or something. Anyway, for whatever reason, I decided I fucking launched myself at the front door. Here's where it goes really south. I launched myself out the front door and I, like, barefoot in the rain, and I danced in public in front of my apartment complex leasing office where everyone could see me. Everyone. And I was dancing, and I was like, guys, I don't know where these moves are coming from. Check me out. And I was like, this is so cool, huh? Like, pretty much. That's exactly what was going on. And, it seriously it like reflects deep what's going on inside me. It's not something I want to see necessarily or want to talk about, but that's what happened. That's the truth, you know. But anyway, so after that, well, I was dancing in front of the leasing office at my apartment complex, and everyone watching, and I was like, guys, check it out. And they were like, everyone got their phones out and they started recording me. And there was like 20 people surrounding me at one point, just recording me and like watching what the fuck is happening, like some alien fucking spirit dancing. And I didn't care. I was just like, fuck you, fuck everything, fuck everyone. I don't care. Fuck this. Like the jester entity. I got like a download of like the jester archetype, and I can't find any better way to explain that. There's all sorts of things on the jester archetype and the cosmic circus and all that, but it just really tripped me out. But I at this point, fucking everyone was recording me, and it was just, I was getting to this point where it becomes so intense. I was going unconscious. I had like in and out of consciousness. And I have this thing where I repeat the same 3 things over and over and over again when I'm fucking tripping like really hard. Like this time, this is the 3 things I would say over and over. I seriously can't dance. I don't know where these moves are coming from. I'm sorry. And fucking loud. I smoked DMT. I see a person approaching. The 3rd thing I'd say was, they're coming after me. And I would scream all these things really fucking loud, and no one was, everyone was just staring at me. And this happened for like, I don't know how long, and I was dancing there, and the guys were telling me the cops were coming after me. And I knew they were at this point, but I still continued to dance. I was like, I don't care. And I like danced in and out of consciousness, and I like woke up, and I was like, I would like, different parts of me would awaken at different parts, and I'd be like, where the fuck am I? And I'd wake again like somewhere completely different, like on the floor or something. I'd be like, where the fuck am I? There's a person coming, and I'm trying to like not look like a crazy person. Not that I'm not used to at this point. But yeah. Okay, yeah, as much as I love looking like a crazy person and all, I came up here for a reason today, to talk openly about this, because I can't do it in my apartment complex, like, hey, I smoke DMT. No, that's not gonna happen, not again. Anyway, so, like, one of my neighbors was like, the police are coming after you, like, they're coming, they're over there, and I'm like, huh? I'm like, okay, whatever. Pretty much. And they came, and I woke up, and I was fucking on the floor, and there was cops on top of me, and I was handcuffed, and they handcuffed me, and I'm pretty sure they caused permanent nerve damage in my thumb. But aside from that, and me not feeling my thumb even at this moment right now, they held me down, and this officer was on top of me, and he's like, "What'd you smoke? What'd you smoke? What'd you smoke?" And I'm like, I looked at him like the most serene way possible. I was like, N-dimethyltryptamine, the spirit molecule. And they didn't know what the fuck I was talking about, even though it's illegal. I mean, you can't know about everything that's illegal when you're an officer. They didn't know what the fuck I was talking about, but they held me down until an ambulance came, and they stretched me into an ambulance, and I was still going in and out of consciousness. And these fucking EMTs in the ambulance were like, I kept waking up. I kept waking up in the fucking ambulance. I thought I was dead. And they had these fucking wires coming out my arm, you know, like the IVs and shit. Like there was like 3 wires coming out of me. I was like, what the fuck is happening to me? I thought that they thought I was dead, and I was like, I'm not dead. And I kept like sitting up abruptly and being like, guys, I'm alive. And they're like, oh my God, for the 3rd time, we know. And they said, they literally said, don't you watch Joe Rogan's podcast? You're supposed to have a trip sitter. And I'm like, oh my God, they're totally right. I should have at this point, but so I just wanted to experience this sort of thing alone, see what would happen. But oh my God, I didn't know that was gonna happen. Not at all. The unexpected had happened. The spontaneous jester archetype launched itself out the door. So, yeah, they took me to the hospital, and I opened my eyes in the hospital. I'm like, guys, I'm alive, for the billionth time. And they were like, keep it down, we know. And I heard them talking in the distance. They're like, what did he smoke? DMT, dimethyltryptamine. It's like some sort of psychedelic. And I'm like, time to wake up. But I laid there, fucking mosquitoes. I lied there waiting, and my mom and my sister showed up. And oh my God, they looked at me and they treated me like I was because they didn't know I was doing psychedelics. They thought I stopped a year ago. I really just continued, not having them know. And they found out. My mom was looking at me with such disappointment like this, just staring at me as I was lying there in the stretcher. And I was just staring right back at her because I was tripping the fuck out still. And I looked at her face, and there was 3 vaginas sliding off her face. I was just staring at her I was staring right back at her. I was like, what the fuck am I looking at? And after all that, still raining, we drove to Subway, got some food, and we went home, pretend like it never happened. And I still live with them. Yeah. But pretty much I've been trying to reenact that day. I'm gonna show you in a minute what this looked like. It's kind of embarrassing, but it's also really fucking amazing to me, so I'm gonna show you. So they took me home, and everything was cool, but I've been trying to reenact it. And convey and feel exactly how I did that day, and show people what it was like to be on LSD and DMT at the same time. Because let me tell you, it's really amazing and really wild that I experienced this in my life. It's like, what the fuck happened to me? Oh my God. I still can't believe that happened, and I just want to share it with everyone. And for whatever reason, getting attention on YouTube, or sharing people my experiences on DMT, or etc. This is fucking amazing, and it's amazing. One of the most amazing things that's ever happened in my entire life. And yes, I would rate this my fucking one of my most valuable experiences in my lifetime. Is what happened. This was a couple months ago now. But pretty much, yeah, I'll just show you. So I'd be crying. It's like a crybaby jester, I want attention, fuck you, sort of because I guess at like at a foundational point, that's kind of how I am, maybe. Because I do like attention. I do like attention. I'm not gonna lie, you know. I'm an attention whore, and I can admit it. At least I can admit it. But pretty much, I'd be like, when at the point where it was like, no one could see me dancing, and all these moves are coming out of nowhere, and I start having a dance tantrum on the floor. I had a dance tantrum on the fucking floor in geometric patterns. I was rolling around. I can't describe it. And I was like, I can dance and nobody saw me. Just kidding. I don't give a fuck. And like flip off, like flip people off and shit, and dance around in circles. Oh my god, like nobody can see me. And I would pretend like it wasn't affecting me. I would like do a defense mechanism where it was like, like I'm crying, but then I'd be like, wait a minute, I don't want these people to let them know that I care what they think or something. And I'd be like, wait a minute, I don't care. And I would dance around and say fuck you, flip people off in a circle, and just dance. And I've been trying to like, I kind of want to show you the dance. Yeah, I mean, I tried to upload that video of me dancing, that, you know, with when my camera died. I tried to upload it, but it got a copyright strike because of the music, so I can't do that. But I gotta pee. I'll just dance. It's okay. I'll just do it. I don't care. I might as well show people or something. I hope my camera doesn't die, or I'm gonna go shit myself. I'm gonna take some shit out of my pockets. Fucking slingshot and shit. Anyway, okay. Can you see me? Okay, it was something like this. And it was just like, okay, that's embarrassing as shit, but that's pretty much how it went down. And yeah, I've been trying to recreate that dance and how I felt. I felt as light as a feather when I was dancing. I hope the wind isn't fucking up, but I felt light as a feather, and it was so amazing. And I wish I could re-experience that, but there's so many variables to make me feel exactly how I felt that day, infinite amounts, so that'll probably never happen again, but I can recreate it. And I like to bring this character around with me now, and I'll just dance, and it's like fuck you, and I crack jokes and shit. I can't describe it. Look up the jester archetype though. And that's pretty much all. I didn't mean to make it 23 minutes, but that's what happened that day, and it was the most valuable experience probably of my life. So thank you for watching. If you watched it all the way through, if you're hearing me say that, you kind of did. So thank you. This stuff is so amazing. I'm seeing so many people post their experiences, and it's just, that's an amazing thing to see. And they're posting all over YouTube, and that's gonna wake so many people up, and things are gonna change. I can tell things are gonna change. I don't know how soon, but in Western society, where I'm at least, yeah, I can see it already. But thank you for watching, and subscribe if you like it, whatever. Yeah, thanks for listening. Bye.